kind of take a personal day because I fucking wrote I wrote some erotica today.
Yes. That's not where I thought that was
like,
going. I'm so glad.
I was like, shit, I think I found my calling.
Right?
Because I was like, oh, fuck. Like, and then I had to express myself. I had to work it out of my system.
Yep. It's funny. I've done that a couple of times because I was like, if reading smut gets me out of reading slumps, writing smut might get me out of writing slumps.
Yes. So writing smut is so much better than reading it, actually.
Because you get to make it up.
Yeah, because it's like, it's coming from like your deepest desires, right? Oh my God. Yeah. So I don't know. There was a couple hours where I didn't know where I was for like a while. Like the day went by, I don't know where it went, like kind of thing. And that's a good feeling to like kind of get lost in writing. So I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
So that's what I was up to.
I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
Good.
I'm happy. I love this journey for you.
Yeah. What's my pen name? Abernathy?
Yeah.
I couldn't think of anything. You get to a point where you like I was like looking for a good pen name because I don't want to use my name. I don't really like my name. But my initials, my boss had pointed out to me that my initials, which I already know, stand for bowel movement. So
that's nice.
I am like, I'm not married, literally. I am, but I'm not married to it. So I'm like, oh, let's make up a name. And then you get to a point where you spend too much time.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's gone now. Like it'll come.
Yeah.
Eventually.
It'll come.
Yeah. Where did my
Do you want to just jump into it?
Yeah, let's do this. I'll have you start.
Okay.
Let me open up.
Want to have a little pause in there. So welcome back to In Bed with Books. My name is Melissa.
And I'm Bethany.
And what are we doing today, Bethany?
We're going to go over the season a bit.
Yeah, we're going to have a little review. Talk about some of our favorites.
We're really excited. I think we're both super excited and buzzed for this episode because we're like, ooh, now we get to kind of just like hash it out and like, talk about like our favorite people, our favorite scenes, our favorite plots, worlds, places. All of the things, places. Yes. People, places, and things.
Yes. All the nouns.
So we're like
rearing.
I kind of tried to take notes earlier, but I don't know.
I'm just gonna kind of
I was kind of like, I don't know. I kind of just want to like answer this when I'm with you. Like I want to I want to come to
the stress of spontaneity.
With you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Which one do you want to start with?
Give me a minute. Let me pull it up. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good.
Oh my God. Sorry. Look at you. I see your little face next to it. Okay, cool. Okay, so I think we should start with like heroines, right? Okay. I feel like let's start from like protagonist. That makes sense to me. So what is your like top 3?
Like let's rank them because I think there really are only like 3.
That's true. We'll rank them. But there's some like, no, that's true.
Yeah. For the other ones where it's like, there's multiple, definitely. Yeah. But I think just like for the heroes and heroines, we can just rank. Okay. So we've got Lila, we have Lou, and we've got Poppy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's going to go Poppy, Lila, Lou.
Really?
Yes.
Explain.
So Poppy, I feel the most relatable with.
Really?
Yes. Like compared to the other two, because like there was points when the other two would like stress me out because I'm like, you are literally like charging into the fire, and I can't, like, but in a they enjoy it kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can get why Poppy would do it sometimes because she's got that like really strong moral compass that she got from Victor. Because she like goes out and she helps them fight the what is it, the little things.
Is Victor your favorite dad?
Shut up. Yeah. We'll have to do that one too. But she goes out of there out of like a duty to help the people of this town, the city. And I can relate to that a little bit more. The other two are just so like not aggressive, but I guess mercurial in a way that I can't relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so my top 3 would probably be, God, it's really hard because it is kind of a toss between Lou and Poppy for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a difference between like your favorite and like who you relate with. Which we'll get into in a later question. Mm-hmm. But I would have to say Lou, Lila, Poppy.
Okay.
And even though I just said like it's a toss between Lou and Poppy, but I feel like there's another category that I'm like, okay, I think.
Yeah.
I just think Lou's cool. I just think she's cool.
Yeah.
Lila was cool, but she was like I could
dangerous.
Yes, I feel like I can understand Lou's untactfulness more than I can Lila's.
Yeah.
And so that's why I go for Lou. Also, she gets reads. So
that's true. That's funny. We both how did we manage that one?
I know. And then Poppy's I think I have like a love-hate relationship with Poppy because she's too much like me. like the things about her that I relate with aren't things that I like about myself. So
I can like understand that. Yeah.
We'll get into, I think, later, but
yeah.
Cool. What should we do next?
Let's just do the love interests.
Okay. We're going straight in.
We can rank them again like we did this.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first?
Yes. So this one's really hard now that we've read Darker Shades. I love, because I'm like a true read. Like love her. But Kel and Alucard. Alucard's kind of like you can't, I feel like you can't have Kel without, or you can't have Alucard without Kel, but you can have Kel without Alucard.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a toss between then Reed and Kel, which then I would go Reed. So, redhead.
Yes. Yeah. And then just Castile is third for you.
Yeah, he didn't really get me. Like, I liked their relationship.
Yeah.
I like
he just doesn't get you the same way that Reed does.
Yeah. He's just a little too brazen and impulsive and what's the word? Like
vain.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
For me, I need a brooder a bit. So So I would go with like Reed and Kel, but I do like her and I do like Castile and Poppy's relationship a lot. But how about you?
I'm gonna have to just go with the exact reverse.
Yeah.
Do Castile, Kel, and then Reed. And I think it's like because Kel and Reed are very similar.
Yeah.
But Kel's also supposed to be like super skinny. And in my mind, I'm like, I could take Kel.
Yeah.
I could fight Kel, like with hands, because he's got magic. I don't have magic, but like Reed, if we were arguing, like, he's just this mountain. Well, how am I supposed to argue with a mountain?
Right. So you feel like you have like an upper hand with Kel a bit.
Yeah.
Well, and something I was thinking about earlier was that, like, because Reed and Kel are kind of the same, like they're kind of made from the same cloth a bit, like, you know, not just because they're redheaded, but it's like
constipation
yeah,
cloth.
like,
yeah,
and just like being kind of, I don't want to say predictable, but kind of traditional in the sense of like
conventional.
Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. And I think Kel has a little bit more of like a mystery about him that it's very intriguing to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
I like how we both had Kel second.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that I don't like Reed, it's that I like Kel slightly more.
Yeah. Yeah. And like Kel is, I think, and I'm wondering if it's the way that he was written. Like, this wasn't like a die-hard romance novel, like series. And so I'm wondering if it's about that. Like, the mystery behind the characters are a little bit, is a little bit more present, because like you're not really seeing them much in like the romantic, like Castile, you know exactly what he's thinking and doing all of the time. Reed, it's like you get a little bit like he's almost at Castile level, but not quite. Like there's still like, you know what I'm talking about? Like he has a bit more reservations. And then Kel, like you don't know what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, so that there's something kind of exciting about that.
There is. Yeah, I feel that. Okay, so then I think we should do, because we've got like side characters, but let's do like sidekicks. So the love interest sidekicks. So then for Castile, we've obviously got Kieran. So then who do we want for Reed that we're going to argue over?
Beau or Ansel? Could go either way.
Yeah. I was thinking Jean-Luc.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay.
Because if it's Beau versus Ansel, like, obviously it's going to be Beau.
Yeah.
I was thinking sex appeal, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, okay, so then Ree. I was thinking like Ree or Holland, but I think Ree.
Or Alucard. Or he's not a sidekick. He's Lila's sidekick.
Yeah. Throw him in the mix.
Yeah, it's okay. So side character sex appeal, which could also be girls.
Yes,
because I don't want to exclude the girls. I probably won't choose any, but we shouldn't exclude them. Yes. I would say Alucard, but also Kieran. But Kieran's more of a Reed. He's like a silenter Reed, more silent Reed.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like hard because then you have like, you kind of almost double.
It's funny. I think Kieran is more like Kel. And then like Castile is very Ree, where he's like, I'm the prince. Don't you know I'm the prince? Like,
yeah. They know who they are. They know what they have. Yeah.
One of the female side characters is sex appeal though, Coco. Yeah.
I would say too that like, I really like, what's her name? Kieran's sister. Is it Vianetta?
Vianetta.
Netta, yeah. Like she seemed like really fun and sweet. And then there weren't really a lot of women in Darker Shades. It's just Lila.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dick though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
I've had quite the day.
It's a whole sausage fest.
All right.
Yeah. I'd say like Alucard has the most
sex appeal out of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that blend of he is like openly sexual, and then because there's not as much sex in that book, it's still a mystery.
Yeah. I think the mystery really adds a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't put characters in too much of a corner.
Yeah, for sure. No one puts baby in a corner.
No. But do you think Jean-Luc has any sex appeal?
Ooh.
You brought him up.
Bit.
That's why I asked.
I think a little bit, but not like he definitely isn't top 3. But he's on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like
he's there.
Close to the wait list. Like he just got off the wait list.
He's in line.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I want to know what your favorite villains are.
Ooh, okay. Okay. I liked La Voisin. Because she was like kind of classically like gothic evil.
Yeah.
Like she looks dead and she has really dark hair and she's covered in scars from her blood magic. But then Holland.
Is he a villain?
In the first couple of books, he technically is.
Yeah.
I'm big enough to recognize that.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the third book, he definitely goes like anti-hero.
Yeah. Yeah, so. Holland. Yeah. I think so. There's the scariest villain. There's the sexiest villain.
I like you like backed up for that. You're like,
yeah, because I was like, is he? And then there's the coolest villain. I'll start with the coolest. I do think La Voisin is the coolest villain because she. Agreed. I remember the first scene when they were in the Blood Mage camp, and she was just like super intense, and I was like, God, I hope she's like good, like because she'd be super cool and awesome. She ended up not being, which is fine.
We learn.
Yeah. I think the scariest villain is probably is it Queen Isbeth?
Yes.
There's a couple of names there. Ileana, Aliana, Isbeth, whatever.
Yeah.
She's the scariest.
Yeah, because she has a lot of power and she knows how to use it and she doesn't have morals.
Yes. Like she's the most unpredictable.
Yeah, because like villains are only villains in like this story kind of thing where it's like a villain is a hero in his own story. She's not even the hero in her own story.
No. She's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I think the sexiest one would be Oseran. Because I just like, so, and this was something I felt like it was kind of out of context when we were discussing it, but there was something very sexual about Black London magic that we never really discussed. Like the stone being like very like you want it, but then it like kind of overtakes you. It's like very, and then like he was just kind of, I'm not going to say slinky, but what's like the word? Like he was just kind of like slithery.
Snake. He's a snake.
He was just kind of like seepy, you know, you just kind of like snuck up on you. So I would say he's the sexiest villain.
I can see it in like him being like so in charge, like so confident that he's in charge. He's like, this is mine now. Yeah. And then for the rest of the book, he talks about it as though it's actually his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Possessive. He's possessive.
Possessive. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And that's, he's dumb.
Yeah.
and it just, so we complain about the lack of sex in those books. I feel like that's where it was. And we just were afraid to look. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. We were afraid
what was I saying? Slinky, slithery,
slunk.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do battle scenes.
Yes. Okay. Let's kind of go over each of the series because each of them have plenty of their own battle scenes. Let's start with the freshest, with the most recent.
Darkest Shades.
Yes.
There's a lot.
Yeah. Like, I'm inclined to say the final battle scene because, like, you get to see a lot of power. But I think actually my favorite is when they found out that Jasta had, like, betrayed them as, like, the sea serpents are trying to take over their ship.
Yeah.
And then they, like, kill all of the sea serpents. Like, these pirates burn their own ship when they're about to get another one because they're so confident they're about to get that ship.
Mm-hmm.
And they just killed them all.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll do like top ones for each book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to say it's the Kell and Holland in the first book.
Ooh, yeah.
That one was really intense. There was a lot of water, I remember. I can't remember if it was Kell's, but he was like trying to drown. I think Holland was trying to drown Kell.
Yeah.
And they were like in the thick of it. And Holland, like last minute, knew that because he was possessed or whatever, enslaved by the Danes, made the choice then somehow to allow himself to be impaled, and then he like died because he just like was done. And I think that was really
resisted
cool.
For just like the barest of seconds, just long enough for Kell to throw the shot. Yeah. That was a good one, especially because like our husband doesn't die. Yeah. Yet.
I think for the Serpent and Dove series though, can we call the throwing daggers scene a battle scene?
Yes. It was a domestic battle, a battle of domestic nature, if you will. Yeah. So it counts.
A domestic massacre. But I'm trying to think of like what other battle scenes there were, but
you had the one where Ansel died. And then in book 1, it was like when they finally saved her.
Yeah, at the
and
chateau.
Then also not Groot.
Oh yeah, that was a really good scene. I forgot.
Yes, yeah. That's my
two
favorite. I think
bitches.
In the series.
Yeah, that was good in the Forge Master.
Yeah, because that's the first time she had like made a decision to kill a person. So,
and it was really like harrowing.
Yeah, it was because she had like a whole kind of existential crisis in the middle of like a beat while she had to decide if she was going to do it.
And then right after that, like Reed walks in
and kisses her.
He's like, my wife.
Yeah.
Kisses her. And then from Blood and Ash, there is a lot of battles. I already know what your favorite is.
Do you want me to say it and then we'll see if you're right?
I'll say it and then you tell me if I'm right.
Okay.
Oh shit, no, never mind. Maybe it's is it the one? Well, that's not really a battle scene on the battlements.
No.
Okay, good. Because that's not like a battle scene, really.
Yeah, no.
But it's the one where they have sex in the carriage afterwards.
Yeah. It's because like they're fighting side by side because he's fought with her, but anytime there's like a big army, he like tells her to go to bed, basically. Yeah. And so he like trusts her at this point to be out there with him.
And that's the one where it is made clear that the Wolven are
following her.
Follow her because she like doesn't realize she calls them and then she does and like saves all their lives.
Yeah.
So that was like a really cool moment. Trying to think what other battles. What happens in the third book? There's not really. It's just a lot of like other.
Because there's when she gets kidnapped and there's like a battle to get her back when he like ascends her.
Yeah. But it's just like a lot of like fetching things.
Yeah.
Like they go to see what's his face, the god.
And then there's the queen when they meet Isbeth.
Yeah.
Because I would call that a battle, even though she clearly had the upper hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. Probably the sex and carriage. I also just liked the that was a really big. That was probably one of the biggest battle scenes of this season.
Very well
in all
written.
of the books. Yeah. Because I liked that they had like the standoff with like Lady Tieran.
Yeah.
Tierman, I should say. Where he's just like, she's just like, Poppy, I have your brother and Tawny, and they're gonna get like converted or ascended or whatever. And then Poppy comes out and was like, fuck you. Like just in front of everyone. Like it's just like this like
fuck you,
family
fuck your
drama.
Mom, fuck your dead husband. Like
yeah. And then it was fun to like because they fucked in her carriage. That was cool. Because she
ashes.
Like oh yeah, you like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. Over like the corpse of her enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets fucked from behind.
Yeah, she does. Yeah. In case you haven't read the book.
Yeah.
Okay. So then let's do like relationships, like the dynamics between our main people. I feel like I know which one you might choose.
Yeah.
Is it the really obvious one, or is it Lila and Kel for you?
Probably not. Actually.
Okay. Because I know you really liked. Because I was thinking it was either them or Lou and Reed.
Probably, I would probably have to go with Lou and Reed.
Okay.
I mean, I just wasn't a big fan of Lila. Like,
oh yeah.
Like if it was like I don't know why. I don't know why, because she seems like she's really cool, but like I feel like there's like there's like a certain amount of depth missing, or maybe I just didn't relate with her. I think
that's fair. I mean, you're allowed to not like her.
Yeah. I mean, she seemed very she didn't seem like she had a lot of depth to me. She didn't have a lot of like fragility.
Yeah.
Or like vulnerability that like I could like grasp onto. She seemed almost a caricature of feminism to me sometimes. Like, of just being like, well, I can kick your ass. Okay. But like, where's like, you know, where'd you come from?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. Cause she like, Alucard has that thing that he tells her where he's like, you keep running, but if you're not letting yourself feel anything, you're not actually running from anything.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of true sometimes because she just doesn't really talk about her past. She's like, it was bad sometimes. Baron was there. Now he's not.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah. That's why I responded to Kel more because he like was fighting for something.
Yeah.
Someone, which was Ree.
Yeah.
I think, like Lou and Reed had like a real relationship.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed. Like they had like Blood and Honey was just like very like tumultuous and like had a lot of tension like in their relationship. And so it's exciting to like experience them falling in love, hitting a rock bottom, and then coming back up, which was like very exciting to me, which is why I like them the most, I think. I actually would say I like I like Alucard and Ree more than I like Kel and Lila.
Okay.
But I wish I could see more of that. You know, there's not really a lot you get to see.
Maybe we'll get more in the new series.
Yes, I hope so. Yes. But I do like Poppy and Castile. I think like there's something really innocent about their coming together, you know, like, cause Poppy is like very new to everything and Castile kind of makes mistakes. And,
He's like
they
learning
like grow
how to love
together
himself again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I am so ready for like the next book where we get his point of view, because we don't get to see that, you know, like Poppy's kind of in her head a lot, like to like really see what's going on with Castile, that like to hear his perspective on things is going to be like really enlightening. How about you?
Yeah. Castile and Poppy are my favorite. I think for the same reason that like you like them, I think I weigh it more for me, which is that like they're helping each other grow.
Yeah.
And they trust their intuition about each other a lot, which I like.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has a hard time with it, but she can't figure out like, why do I still have feelings for him when he's the reason that Victor died? It's like, because you know that he's not actually the reason that Victor died.
Yeah.
And they help each other in those ways, in like her learning how to be a real person, because he gives her like a lot of autonomy, especially in bed.
Yes.
Where like she needs it.
Yeah.
So I like
that. Yes.
I fully agree that Reed and Lou are probably the realest relationship of the whole of all the books we read.
Yeah.
Especially because of the conflict in book 2, because you can see that they still love each other, but it's like a very real issue to have, which is just like knowing that you don't know how to communicate and not knowing how to make it right.
Which is really what every couple goes through eventually.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's all about that.
Okay, so we're probably
sex
about
scenes?
40. Yeah, I was going to say we're 40 minutes. We can jump into sex scenes.
Yeah. Why not? You go first.
Do you want to do the tops like we did this last time?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with Serpent and Dove. My favorite was the boat scene in book 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure. Even the cage is a very, very close second.
Yeah.
But I think it's the boat one.
Yeah. What are there other sex scenes in the other books?
I think book 2 just had the one when they finally get back together in the city.
Yeah,
after his parade.
In the inn. Oh, and then on the rooftop.
Yeah. The rooftop in book 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was a good one.
Yeah.
But that boat scene.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would have to agree with that. That was the best one for that book.
I think
for that series.
Sex scene. Yeah. The sex scenes in book 3 got a lot better for that series. So. Okay. So do you want to do Blood and Ash or Darker Shades?
Well, Darker Shades only has one.
Yeah. And then a couple of like, you can see alluded to moments. Yeah.
So you go.
Okay. I guess we can do Kiss. So anytime there is any kind of like romantic kiss, make out, whatever. So it's a tie for me between Alucard and Rhee. When Alucard like flew up into his room and like was like, so you admit you belong to me. Yeah. And Kel kissing Lila right after she saved him in White London. Because they describe it as being laced with blood and panic. He was just so desperate for a kiss in that moment, even though they aren't like, they haven't figured out what they are yet.
Hands are all bloody. Yeah.
Yeah. He knows that he's okay now and that she's there and he wants to kiss her.
Yeah. I really like the moment in Darker Shades, the third book, when she just got drugged and like was in the hall or something and found him. And he just like, this is what I love about Kel is that like, it has nothing to do with Lila. Like, it's just what his response is really cool, where he just has to like say her name, or he has to like grab her face and kiss her. And then is just like, are you well? Like, kind of thing, you know, like just kind of like, how are you? Like, what's going on? Like, just like checking in.
Yeah. Cause he can like see her.
Yeah. Like tired and like
passing out.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I love that right after that, because Hofstra admits that like it was Master Tyrion's idea to drug her so that she'd sleep for a little bit.
Yeah.
Hofstra was like, it was his idea. And Kel's just like, well, you better not be here when she wakes up.
Exactly.
If you are, good luck.
I love that. I love that there's a couple of times when he does something like that where he's like, you better not be around.
Pray for
like,
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, I can't protect you now. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
You're on your own.
For sure. That kind of going back to like the dynamics, the relationships question, those little moments make me really like their relationship.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you wish there was like more of that. A little bit.
For sure.
But I also did like it when he went down on her and was like teaching her all of the Antari commands.
Yes.
And then I loved that she like the next day at the Josta thing, like remembered it. And like the thing just like slid down.
We're going to catch your heartbeat.
It's a cheap mic stand. And she like remembered that command. And I was like, of course you did. I did.
I
remembered that. How could I forget? Like
100%.
Yeah. And you know, Blood and Ash just had the best.
I was like, how do you even choose
like
one?
You can't, because there's just like there's not a lot in Serpent and Dove. There's even less in Darker Shades. Yeah. But it's like they're there. It's there. Stuff is there. But like Blood and Ash really fleshed it out.
Yes.
We saw, heard, and tasted it all. Like
yes, we did. My favorite sex scene though is not the carriage scene. Mm-hmm. I think
I can't decide.
It's probably something from book 2 actually, because there was a couple of good ones in book 2. Because there was the cave scene, which is pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there's the one when his bloodlust like gets the better of him.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think about like, I guess in book 3
that
it's
I can help you
harder.
sleep.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, like the list goes on. There's
forest blood sex that they have.
Yes, seriously. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just list them out. So book 1 is the I Can Help You Sleep, which is the first one that happens.
Well, no, because there's the Under the Willow, the night that Victor dies, where they like dry hump.
Yeah. Which I feel like it's one that I never remember. So maybe it just didn't resonate with me, and maybe it should have. Fair. But
that's the first one that I was like, I feel like a teenager again.
Yeah. No, definitely the one where they're camping, because it's like we've all been. I've been like we've all been camping. We've all been camping, and you're like, this is it. Like we don't have to be at your mom's. I don't have to be at my mom's. Like, like we're like now we can be alone, but it's like in this really uncomfortable environment, and like,
and your friends are like 5 feet away.
You're like in the tent and everyone's like drunk and you're just like trying to get off. It's like very strange. Shh.
Yeah.
You're just like, don't
so romantic.
Kieran's like 5 feet away.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's got great hearing. Like he knows what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but that was good because it was just like you literally relived that like feeling of being like touched for the first time.
And like, I don't want to say excitement, but like anticipation almost that comes with those kinds of early things.
Yeah, because you don't really know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You actually don't know what's going to happen. Like,
yeah, like she responded like she never touched herself.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, what is this?
We forgot like the very first scene though. When she goes into the Red Pearl. I know, I'm telling you.
Forget that.
Yeah.
I mean, because we haven't read it in like 4 months.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That was like an opening scene too.
Yeah. That's when I was like, I'm going to like this book.
Yes. The first book was really good.
Yeah.
In terms of like,
Yeah.
I think like the other sex scenes also lived up. Like she never really dropped the ball, but the first one was really strong. Okay. So I think we got most of them from book 2 though.
Yeah. Cause there was what happens in book 2? I don't even remember. Oh yeah. They're in
Yeah. And then there's the carriage, and then there's the cave scene.
Yeah, the cave scene.
And then book 2, yes. The second book, I should say, also has when Castile, her, and Kieran cuddled in the forest.
Yes.
Which was so cute. She was like, I could feel Kieran move closer. It must have been cold. I was happy he was there.
Yeah.
Like, it's so sweet.
But I forgot, like, the almost threesome. That is still a sex scene.
It was the initial bloodlust, and then the answer to that later.
Answer to that, like, a couple days later or whatever. That was also a sex scene. But I agree. Like, it was just very like underwhelming. To me, it was more of like, it was more of like a preview of what's to come, and putting Kieran in that role.
Yeah.
Because he isn't emotionally yet. Yeah. But he's almost like forced into it with this because he's like having to do it for Castile. Yeah. Well, and so also, it's like he hasn't really gained Poppy's trust yet. Like Poppy's still like new to everything. She didn't even know what the joining was like 2 minutes ago. Yeah. And then like like literally didn't know anything 2 minutes ago. Yeah. Like all through the books. But then like Kieran becomes like more of like a steady role. What did you call it? Like a season regular?
Yeah, he becomes the season regular in book 2. Yeah. A series regular. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the third book, like we were kind of hoping for the joining or the threesome or something, and we didn't get it. But we now know because, right?
Yes.
Armin Trout shared like,
I think it was a TikTok.
It was just like a story. It was just like a still.
Yeah.
Story of just like whatever program she uses to write. And there's like a little section called The Joining. And we're like, fuck.
Like it's happening. It's happening. Book 3 though starts out because in reference to the almost threesome in book 2, the first sex scene we get is when Poppy wakes up after she's like ascended. Yes. After they think she's ascended because she's been out for like 3 days. And so
Kieran's she like almost like rips Kieran apart.
Yeah. She just like, she's completely naked and she like jumps on the chair and like weird show of strength, weird show of speed. She 100% like scared them. Yeah. And she's just like wild woman.
She's like a banshee.
Yes. So we start out book 3 with that one, which is then we find out he's there partway through the sex scene. She's like, and then I remembered Kieran was still there.
Yeah, because he had to make sure that
again.
Yeah. That she wasn't gonna like kill Castile.
Yeah.
Because she is stronger, almost as strong.
We find out that
or stronger than them. Because they didn't really know what she was. Mm-hmm. Come to find out, she's a goddess.
Yeah.
Fuck. God, no, but that book had the best sex scene of all of it to me, which
one?
The one right before they go and see Ian. When she takes charge. Because there's the one, okay, so there's a few in this one. Yeah. There's the one.
There's the shower.
There's the shower. Jesus, yes. There's the
multiple
shower.
Showers, I think.
Which that was a good one.
And
it was a good one.
It's because the shower was gorgeous. Like the ambiance in that scene, the mood that she sets with this multiple shower heads that just drop from above you, just like falling like rain everywhere.
But that was but that was like a true eating out scene.
Yes.
That was a thorough eating out scene.
He did a thorough job. So,
and the shower, the shower,
yes.
it all helped. That was very good. And I remember being like, oh God, this is only like, I'm not even halfway through. And then, and then there's the, I think, I'm trying to remember the one that I like, that's later. Then there's the one where after she helps heal the girl, and then they go into the garden.
Yes.
And he fucks her against the wall.
Yes.
That's cute. And then
yes.
yes.
Yep. Because he literally he just like, she stands up from like healing this girl. He grabs her hand and they run off. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, I need
later.
to take you away now.
Yeah.
I can't help myself, which is fun.
And then the wolven are just walking around like a perimeter. They know what they're doing and they're just like guarding them.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there's another one.
There's the blowjobs.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. The wedding.
Yes. The wedding. Exactly. It was like, what was it? Like the reception. Yeah. And she like looks over and there's Kieran getting his dick sucked.
Yeah. And then she looks into the tent and there's like DP going on.
Yeah.
Which I was like, God, I hope that's a preview to what's happening because
she can't keep teasing us like this. But then it leads to her like grabbing grabbing Castiel's hand and running off.
Yeah.
And then
giving him head.
Giving him head, yeah.
But then the best scene, for me, was when she finally like took charge. Mm-hmm. And like it was gonna kind of like, because it's like, okay, this book, we've already gone down on Poppy. We've already bit her boob.
Yep.
We've already like, fucked her against the wall. So here we are against a wall. He's sucking her tit. He's about to go down. And then she's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
And then she like pushes him.
Record scratch.
Yeah. Something snaps and she's like, wait a minute. And then she it's the first time she's on top and she like pushes him down on the bed and then like she's on top and it's just like, I don't know. The exhilaration of that was really exciting. Of her like taking it on, on her own like pleasure and stuff. And then it was just really good. But there was another moment. It was the shower scene.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I have no problem with that.
Biting you here?
The biting you here and like the blood. And so that was, I remember like reading that and slapping it closed and being like, because we had like just talked about that and like the previous episode about like, this is like a blood book and then like a very sex book. Like it would be cool if like that was like
a thing
and like it was mentioned, which I very much appreciated.
Agreed.
So there was like an excitement there. There was like that level of like, yes, it's been addressed. And then like, she's like taking her power. And then like, finally like this like really intimate scene of like her, like giving him head,
It finally like sunk in for her that he worships her.
Yeah.
And that's why she was able to like take charge that time. Because in the past, I don't want to say she's been passive when it came to like their sexual interactions, but she's definitely like the submissive player. And I think she started to realize where her power lies in that.
Yeah, I think it's she was inexperienced. And then finally Castile has grown a environment for her. Yes. Literally and physically. But has like created an environment for her to like feel safe, to like grow into herself and like find out what she wants, which is really nice because she is like, this is probably one of the best. I mean, I haven't read every book, but I feel like it's one of the best representations of a virgin growing into like their sexuality in like a lot of different facets.
Yeah. It's realistic.
Oops. Sorry. My thing got disconnected.
You're good. Let me know when you're ready.
Is it good? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a minute here.
Okay.
Things are like moving. I'm using a cardboard box right now, so.
Oh my God.
I'm just not going to touch it now.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine if I don't touch it because I was like messing with it.
Cuddling.
Let me turn that on. Okay.
Do you want any wine?
Yeah. Do we want to take a break? Or should we wrap this up a bit and then take a break?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was I saying though? The best representation of like a virgin.
Yeah.
Coming into her own. He's given her space. Yeah. Because a lot of like whatever YA fantasy, like YA romance is like literally just the guy showing her how to do the sex.
Yes, like, do the sex.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so now it's like kind of refreshing that it's like, now this is another part of that point, which is it all starts to go downhill once they get together, generally in a romance. Mm-hmm. Like you're just kind of uninterested, but Armentrout was really good at keeping us interested.
Yes.
And using, like I said, using the sex as a way forward in the relationship, as a way to like express that, because that's real life, man. Like,
yeah. Well,
and I think, yeah.
Because it's the only way they know how to communicate with each other for a while.
Yes. Yes. Well, and we know that that's like Castile's like thing.
Yeah.
And then lovely enough for him that he is able to like give her the space then to like express herself in that environment. And so you have a virgin who I feel like I like relate with in that way of being like growing up in kind of like a very strict religious sense of sexuality, that all of a sudden now everything's been flipped on its head. She enters into a very openly sexual, like she's seeing naked woven all culture. The time. Like,
yeah.
And then, culture. And then, is with someone who's like very, right. She feels really safe with generally, eventually. And then is now able to, so she's kind of the receiver for a while. Like she's just kind of like, she just kind of lays there.
Yeah.
Which is fine, which is like great for a minute. And it makes sense because it would not, I feel like there's like, for her character, it's nice to see that though, that like, she's just going to lay there for a minute until she can find it. And then when she finds it, she gets up.
Yeah.
And she starts to do her thing. Like not every woman finds that in herself right off the bat, especially in that kind of upbringing.
Yeah, for sure. I was just going to say, like, he can literally throw her around without like any issues. Because she's canonically like very curvy. She's got some meat on her bones. And so like, I just remember when we were younger and you're having your first like sexual experiences, you're so suddenly conscious of like, and I don't necessarily mean like self-conscious, just like self-aware of your body.
Yes.
And so like he just acts like it's just like this plaything.
Yeah, yeah.
He just throws her around like it's nothing.
It's a light thing.
Yes.
Like all of the connotations around her body, which has been a very strong message. That's just like she's always covered. No one can touch her. Like he's just like the fact that he is very physical and is very like excited and worships her body. And even fucking Miss Willa, like just like, thank you, Willa, Will, who we bow down to. Like,
and Willa we trust.
Is that your, yeah, show us that.
Okay. Hold on a second.
Sorry. I love this thing. It's Miss Willa. What is it? What does it say on there?
It is Willa Collins Book Club.
Yeah. I love it. It's so cute.
Because she is. Because I'm a millennial.
Yeah. We can't have enough toads.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exciting. Because she's like the fairy
cool
godmother.
aunt.
Yeah, she's like the godmother. And she ended up being even better when we met her. Yeah, exactly. Cool.
Okay, so moved on. Now that we've just covered every single sex scene in the series.
Yeah, every single one.
Yep. I think we covered that.
Yeah. Yeah. We did heroes, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We did side characters.
Some of these
plot twists, though, would be fun.
Yes. Okay.
Because I'll start. Because I would argue that Blood and Ash had the best plot twist.
Yes.
Like, I had absolutely no idea what was going to happen. And then it did. And then you're like, fuck. Like,
even when you know something's up, like, it happens in such a way that it's like,
you're like, I didn't know that it was going to be that, though. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then Serpent and Dove was pretty predictable, I think.
Yeah.
Like, it was all just like, Morgaine needs to die. Like,
yeah. And that, like, I think the only real plot twist was that, like, Voisin had been helping Morgaine since the beginning. But even then, like, it was like, okay, but she's also evil. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I don't think there was really a plot twist in Darker Shades or Turn.
Well, that Holland lived.
Yes. That was a good.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was like, bum, 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 returned. Yeah. But I do agree. I think the ones from Blood and Ash were the best.
Yeah.
Probably because, like, Poppy's so clueless all the time.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and you're kind of supposed
point of view.
Exactly. Like, you're supposed to be kind of like there with her, and then you're like, oh, okay, yeah, like.
Yeah. It's like, I only know as much as you tell me, and sometimes you're kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one. Favorite dad.
Victor, obviously Victor. Okay, wait, what are the options?
I don't know. I'm trying. I feel like there's a category for men who are not the heroes.
Dilf
energy. And it doesn't have to be a father. It can be a father figure, or it can be like an older man.
Exactly. We've got Victor. We've got Baron. We've got, I guess we can count King August and King
Valen,
but also, what was the one from Darker Shades?
Maxim.
And then we've got Kieran's dad, Jasper. Yes.
Such great
Jasper.
Oh yeah, Jasper, yeah.
Maxim. Sorry, I was gonna make a bad joke.
Do it. Make a bad joke, please.
It's a bad dumb joke. Names I'd like to fuck.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's a good joke. That's a good joke.
Like,
good
you
lame
don't want
joke.
to scream Herbert in bed.
Oh my God, that's my grandparents' last name.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
My mom's mom.
Maiden name. Yeah.
Herbert. It's fine.
But then I'm right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yes. So we had Victor.
Yeah.
Valen. Same universe.
I would argue.
Nyktos. Wait, who's not Nyktos? The other guy. Yeah, Nyktos is the god.
Oh, yeah, the god.
Yeah. What were you going to say?
Alucard has daddy energy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think my favorite is still Victor.
There's someone else,
like,
Maxim.
Dilf
Yeah, we said
energy.
that. Okay, yeah. Dilf energy. Well, who's in Serpent and Dove?
Achille. That's what I wanted to say. Achille. Father Achille.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He kind of had some good dad energy in there, too.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
Oh, Granddaddy Devereaux.
Oh, yeah.
Which I have seen some fan art, and I was like, oh. Like, because I was kind of expecting kind of like a goofy, like, dad energy. Yeah. Like, but I guess he doesn't have to be goofy. Like,
I buy it.
Yeah, I
buy it. I'm picking up what they're putting down.
Like, I was just kind of expecting him to be like wearing gloves and like not for warmth. Like, just kind of like a very like
that's even
flamboyant.
Sexier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like very flamboyant. And I was just, and I'm not against it. Mm-hmm. But then to like add that he's also kind of a DILF, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
You know?
He's a grand DILF.
Granddaddy DILF.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about Claude. Okay. And then I think that's Serpent and Dove series.
Yeah.
So I think I had the strongest effect from King Valen. I don't know why.
I remember that. I support you in that.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a reason you need to question it.
Yeah. Because I just remember it was specifically book 3. Mm-hmm. Right? And because it was when her, Poppy and Kieran were like doing their like psychic shit. Mm-hmm. And then like they get attacked and then they're outside and they're like fighting and she's just in like a shirt or something. Yeah. And like King Valen comes out and like looks at her and like doesn't say anything.
She has this moment where she's like, I am in nothing but a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Covered in purple, what should be blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's just looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, I'm there.
Yes.
Yes. Yes to that.
Yes. Vote yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think, I also really liked Holland in that way.
True. Maybe that is why we're really into Holland.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like you're really into Holland, and you know something always happens when you're like, when two people are into something. You know, there's always going to be the one that is into it the most, which is you.
Yeah.
And not that it takes anything away from my like love for him, but it's not to say that it's not there. You know, like mm-hmm. I definitely thought he was the most interesting character out of the entire series. All of the series is like he. Oh, like
our entire season.
I think so. Like he was. Okay. He had a lot of depth. He had a lot of backstory. I thought, like, because Reed is very like pretty textbook. Mm-hmm. You know, like there's depth, but Holland's like existential depth. You know, like. I'm really into that. So.
No,
I just really liked his intensity in the third book.
Yeah. I like that he doesn't do what you expect him to do in the third book. And that tells you more about him than I think a lot of the other stuff.
Yeah. I just liked where he was at in terms of just like not like you always knew as the reader, always knew what he cared about.
Yeah.
And no one else did. Mm-hmm. And I kind of liked that. I liked that we kind of were like in on that, like the irony or whatever it was. Like, I think, and then when he would act a certain way towards like Kel or Lila or something, it was just like so unexpected because you're like kind of seeing it through their eyes because they're expecting him to just be like this like one note like bad guy.
Yeah.
But we know that there's just like so much more going on behind that sexy little head of his.
Oh yeah. Yes. He's got a harrowed past. Mm-hmm.
But Alucard is like, he's got DILF energy, but he's also the fucking word is so weird. Dilf. Like, wait, did I misspeak? He has Dilf energy, but I feel like he's more of a hero. Like,
yeah,
more like in that category. That, like, if I had to choose a Dilf in Darker Shades, it would be Holland.
I feel that.
Maxim's number 3.
Yeah, Maxim's 3rd, no matter what. Like he pulled it through in the very end. If the end hadn't happened, he would not be on the Dilf list.
But that was like my favorite. I really liked that. I like cried.
Yeah.
It was really emotional.
It was hard.
And there's just something about that. Like, that's Dilf energy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. He was
sacrifice, the sacrificial.
Magically controlling 12 like automatons.
Yeah.
At the same time that he was like sacrificing himself, knowing that like how it was going to end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like the sacrificial, overprotecting possessiveness.
His like walk to the gallows scene.
Yeah.
Because he's like walking by where they would have had breakfast. He's wishing that he could see his wife and his son for the last time, but he's also, she's dead. And oh no, he's actually here. I don't want to see him. I can't say goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I still say Victor is my top.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause he was, cause he, he was very noble.
Yeah, exactly. And then
he did so much for her that she can never repay him for. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's true.
Still traumatized by his death.
Oh yeah. Oh, I cried harder on that. I actually cried. Like, I actually ugly cried. Like, I was just like, don't look at me, Milo. Don't. Mm-hmm. Nothing's happening here.
Look away.
I'm just reading a book is all.
Yeah. Totally normal.
I know.
Okay, so let's do, what world would you want to live in?
Okay. Definitely
and
the
you can
Londons.
Get specific too. Yeah. Be like really specific.
Yeah. So I would want, okay. I would want to live in the 5 Points with Ned. Okay. And because I have a theory about this, I think it's called the 5 Points for a reason. Because I do think it is a gateway between the Londons.
Yes.
Hear me out. There's 4 that we know of. What's the 5th? And then you're like, what color is it? Is it going to be brown London? Is it going to be purple London? Like,
yeah.
I'm excited. Like, like a blue London would be cool. That's kind of what I was thinking, because that was another thing too, was like, she left so much unanswered in terms of like leaving the, what is it called? The thing, the talisman there. No, not the stone. When Kel and Lila left, what was it? The thing that has Osirins.
Yeah. The inheritor.
The inheritor. So they leave the inheritor there with Ned. Like, that's not ever going to come up again. Like, and then there was that point when the king was coming in to the pub and Ned was seeing like 5 faces. Yeah. Ghosts, like, and this was before Osirin was like defeated. So it tells me that there's something in the magic that's saying there's more out there. This is the 5 points, which isn't really, he was like, oh, I'm going to change the name back. And then Lila's like, sometimes the name doesn't matter or whatever. Yeah. But, so I would want to live there, and I would want to be the one that like lets people in and out of each London. I don't know. Nice. But I think, Gray London would be kind of
drab,
fun. Like, not fun. Well, it like, well, I would want to move between the Londons, of course. Oh yeah. But, like, I would own the 5 points.
Yes. Because I think
Because having that control is kind of fun. Or like being in cahoots like Kel and Lila would be fun.
Yeah. Like Ned.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was thinking about this question, I did think for a second, I was like, what about Grey London? Like we studied Grey London basically.
Yeah.
But then I was like, unless I'm at the 5 points, I'm probably homeless or burned at the stake. So, but I think I can't do Serpent and Dove. I can't do Belsera because Belsarda.
Belsara.
I don't speak French, so.
Well, and it's just very.
I don't want to. If I'm going to move to like a new universe, I don't know that I want to move where like religious conflict is still really big.
It's like moving back in time in not a good way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Exactly. So I think I'd want to live in Spess's End.
Yeah.
In Serpent and Dove, or sorry, not in Blood and Ash.
Yeah.
Because that's where like Atlantia is expanding to.
Yeah.
You get to like start fresh. Like it's the Wild West.
Yeah.
They've struck gold.
Yeah.
That's how you make a fortune.
But also like, what's the capital? That was really cool. Like the whole castle and like the land.
Yeah. Like to be a part of that, like
there was
culture.
There was like cause it sounds really beautiful. It sounds almost, King's Landing, like,
yes, it did.
Dubrovnik, Croatia, like kind of like everything was like very curved and domed, but like, and light, stone. There was the place that Jasper and his wife lived that wasn't in the city yet. That is really, I think it
started
beautiful.
With an E.
Yeah. I can't remember.
Yeah. That's where they still have like population issues though, like even that far out. And so that's why I think it'd be nice to like be in Spess's End. You know?
Yeah.
You get a homestead.
Yeah. On the water.
Yeah.
You get a cave.
I mean, who's keeping track of the cave? Not me. Yeah. So I think so then where do you think you'd actually survive?
God.
Because I know for a fact I would not survive in a place where I constantly have to run from like half decayed corpses.
No.
And like the political conflict that's erupting there, it would stress me out.
Yeah, you get too cornered. Like there's not a lot of freedom. There's not a lot of extra land.
Yeah. So I think
from Blood and Ash.
I'd probably survive better in Red London.
Yeah. That's definitely like the best place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of paradise if you got money.
Yeah. Like take over Kella's shop.
Yeah.
You know? Just be like, I'm Kella now.
Yep.
I love that you can just put on a coat and just go. Like there is something kind of cowboyish about that, like about the darker shades.
The like hop in between.
Like the tropes in there are just like Kel just puts on a coat and can go to all these different Londons, and then Lila just puts on a coat and she is who she is, who she wants to be. She just gets on a boat.
Like it's kind of like a Western.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because even the way that they have the conflict, like if we were to put them in the Wild West, she would be able to hold her own like she does that way.
Yeah.
I think I even made a note of that while we were reading, not necessarily that the whole series is like a Western, but that like her joining the ships and like becoming a privateer was very Western.
Yeah.
The style of it, the way like she proved her worth and helped the new pirates, the criminals that are legal criminals.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Yeah, I think Red London would probably be the easiest to survive in, even without magic. So like in the other scenarios, we actually exist in this. In this one, it's if we could go there without any magic, not being anything, just as we are. So. Okay, so now who do you think that you're most like?
I think we should start with who we think the other person is.
Oh, okay. Whew.
So that it won't like affect our decision.
Okay.
I'll go first, I think.
Okay.
Hold on. I have to think about it a little bit more. So you go first if you've already decided.
Give me a second here. Okay. So let me go through the books here. I'm going to say Netta.
Me?
Yes.
Really? Oh.
Yes. Because you do have a kind of like comforting, inviting presence. I distinctly remember that from like when we first met in London. And I think Netta like also does that, because when we first meet her, Poppy's really nervous. Right. And Netta just like sits down, and while Kieran and Castile are being like bros, she's just talking to Poppy. She's just comfortable with her. I think you give the yes, that's you.
Yeah. Aw, thank you.
Yes.
Oh God. I'm like,
the pressure's on.
I know the pressure's on. My first inclination is Coco.
Thank you.
Because she's like this silent one that kind of keeps everyone together. Not that like you're silent. I wouldn't say you're silent, which is not a bad thing. That it's just like you're not, you don't come off as like the protagonist of the group or the one that's like has to be the center, you know?
Yeah.
And like you're fine with kind of being like,
I prefer it. Yeah.
Sidekick. And then, but also like you're the one that like is keeping everyone together in ways they don't realize.
Thank you.
But also there's a part of you that's a bit Holland.
Yeah.
There's like a dark, I don't want, not in a bad way, but like a dark, like side. The
moment when Kel was trying to like travel while they were on the water and Holland didn't say anything. He just like grabbed Lila and he was like, just watch.
Just watch this happen.
He's like, why didn't you stop me? He's like, I thought you knew. Like, so good.
No,
I love that moment.
That is a good example of why I guess like there's a few times he does that where that feels very you, which is also the part where like just like when he's in the cell and Kel comes down to like try to get information from him and he just doesn't care because he's like, this isn't my fight. Like
not anymore.
Just like don't take from me shit like that doesn't matter, you know, like you know, boundaries.
I don't have the time for this.
Yes, exactly.
Right now.
Yeah,
I feel that. Okay.
And like I imagine like, I know this sounds morbid, but like I imagine like the perfect death for you would just be to go to a field and then the world sounds
nice.
Like
he died very peacefully.
And then the world takes a breath.
Yes. I was actually thinking about that because when you talk about like death rites, a lot of people have to think about like what's their perfect last day. And I was like, damn, like going out to a field and just like sitting down next to a stream.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I gave you 2 people. You have to give me one more.
Yes. Okay.
Because I'm vain. Not ashamed of it.
I support it. Yeah, don't be ashamed of it. Because I was gonna say Bo.
What?
Yes.
No.
And I think it's I don't want to say like the showmanship, but the like I'm specifically thinking about the Truth or Dare scene where he just like lets himself be like be the center of attention.
Yeah.
And like he takes that on because he just gets drunk and he starts talking about how much he loves Coco and he's like, ask me a truth, like let me speak my truth. He gets so what's the like not melancholic but like he puts on like the
sad,
face
like
the
sadly
face of melancholy.
like sadly honest. almost.
Yes. Yeah. And he's
like in a sad kind of way.
Reveling in it.
Yeah.
He enjoys it.
And yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
Exactly.
That's the Pisces coming through. The one that likes to be like, poor me, you know?
Yeah. And not like in a bad way.
In a fun way.
Plenty of, exactly.
For
in
Bo.
a fun way. When it's like, nobody here is being honest with themselves. Like at least Bo is. Like,
exactly. Yeah.
So,
thank you.
Yes.
I approve. I approve this message. Okay, so I think we're both going to say the same person.
Okay.
That we think that we are the most like each.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm the most like Poppy, unfortunately. And this is what I was saying way earlier was that we'll touch on this because it is like her story resonates so much with mine. Like,
yeah.
And like also sexually, like just like having no knowledge or anything, like, and having to kind of find it. But also, like, I just wish I had Miss Willa, you know? But I also, like, sometimes she's stupid. Like, she just doesn't get things.
I think we've talked about this before. It's like you can see the walls go up.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating because you can also see that she sees the walls go up and she still just like floats on by.
Yeah.
Just like poof, goes walks the other direction.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just feel like sometimes she's like sometimes she does ask too many questions, and sometimes you're just kind of like, why are you
asking anything?
Yeah. Yeah. You're asking the wrong questions. Like, why are you asking that? Where's the questions now? You know? Like she's very hit or miss, but like it makes sense. And you're there because you know that you do it too.
Yes.
So it's like, it's not like a proud, I relate with this person. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, ooh,
she's a badass though.
Like I'm really, she is a badass, but I wouldn't say that her badassery is something that I relate to.
That's fair.
I don't feel like I'm badass in that way.
Not in the same way, but you definitely like have your power. And I love when we would like talk about that, how like you would feel those moments. Like when we talked about the sex scene where she finally gets on top and you're like, she finally feels her power and it's so great. Like those are the moments I think when you feel most like her and you don't see it.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You reminded me.
Yes, you're like, yes, you're not a badass in the same way. But also, very few people nowadays are anyway. Like, we don't have a reason to wield knives. If we did, we don't have Victor.
We don't have a Victor.
I know. Not anymore.
All right. Who do you think you're the most like?
Who I'm the most like is... I'm going to say probably actually Kel, who I feel the most like. Especially in book 2, when he has that moment where he's like, I guess I just get all of the punishments you guys should have gotten. Because he's trying so hard to prove his worth. Oh God, this is getting too deep. He's trying so hard to like show people that he's trying, but it's like every time he tries to show them, he like holds up his project, and then it's like suddenly like this like golem instead of the sweet little angel he made a second ago, and he keeps trying.
And he's just been working so hard.
Yeah, and he can't
working
see it,
his ass off, and like
to just try, just for like a measly bit of food, basically emotional investment from his parents. Yeah.
I can see like Kel.
Yeah.
That once you said that, I was like, oh fuck yeah. I didn't even think about that. Like
I can see like the nihilism that Holland has, but I think in a lot of
that's
ways,
where you're
Kel
going to
be.
That's Holland. Where you're going to be when you're like 40. Is Holland. That's that you're Holland at 40.
Yes.
Like you're just like resigned like from
I've accepted
the world.
I've accepted
you're accepted it.
But also because we talked about like the dynamic between him and Lila is that Lila is like the adventure seeker and he's just along for the ride. I definitely feel that. I do not seek adventure.
No.
It doesn't mean I don't want it, But then other people have to come and kind of like drag me into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I enjoy it.
You need like a captain.
Yeah, I need a captain. Or as Alucard would say, a master.
Yeah. In the bedroom. Only.
Only in the bedroom. Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Trading out for water.
Yeah, are we hydrating? Well, my cats keep drinking my water, so I have to like keep it by my leg here. They're all like vultures circling around my glass of water. Like, get the fuck away.
The cats in this house actually will eat your food. If you're eating from a bowl, they will hop in your lap and then sniff it. Sometimes they don't even sniff; they just go. Pff.
They just go mine.
Yeah, God. But like with their mouths. They just go straight for the bite. Okay, so then...
Fuck, marry, kill.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think that's just the last one.
Let's just start throwing random characters at each other. So I'm going to say Victor, Valen. No,
okay.
Not Valen.
Yeah, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. Yeah.
Victor, Devereaux, Holland.
Okay. This is a weird mashup, Victor.
It is.
Holland was the last one?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's a hard one. Because one of them you have to kill.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, who am I gonna fuck? I'm gonna marry, and I'm like, kill. I'm sorry, Victor. Well, I don't want to fuck or marry him. Like the
offense
process of elimination.
That's fair. That's fair. It's fair.
It's a cruel choice. Okay. I would fuck Holland and marry Devereaux.
Okay.
You. Are you going to kill Devereaux? Are you going to kill?
Unfortunately, you've made a very good point. And I will be killing Victor, but he's already dead. Already dead.
True. He's already dead, so we know we can handle it.
Yes.
We lived through it once. We can live through it again.
Yes. But then I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to fuck Devereaux and marry Holland.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
Bo.
Oh my God.
He just makes it so fun. Bo Castile and Alucard.
Okay.
Keeping it interesting.
Give me just a second.
Yeah.
I have to close the pocket door because they've turned up the volume a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Who are they again?
Bo Castile.
Alucard.
I know. I mean, we all know we're gonna kill
Bo.
I know. We need to keep him in the canon though, because he's a good wild card.
Yes. For this round only, I'm going to be killing Bo, and that's just because Alucard and Castile are magic.
Yes.
So do I want to have sex with one of them once? Or which one do I want to have sex with just once? And then which one do I want to have sex with for eternity?
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm going to fuck Alucard and marry Castile.
That's exactly what I would do.
Castile kind of seems like it ages like a fine wine.
Yes.
And I imagine Alucard's fun, but I'd rather be worshipped for the rest of my life.
No, like Alucard's a good fuck.
Yeah.
But he's not like he's gonna get annoying after a while. Like that's gonna you're gonna be like, shut the fuck up. We have to pay
the taxes.
Yeah.
I know you don't understand how they work because you've always been rich, but it's just that like he's fundamentally a rich boy.
he's a fuck boy.
Yes.
Honestly.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
No, but that's what he is.
Yeah.
This whole time.
You only fuck a fuck boy.
This whole time we've been talking about this book, Alucard's just been a fuck boy.
Yeah.
He's like,
and the problem is we're all into fuck boys.
Like he's getting, his one-liner is, you know what, my name is spelled backwards. Like, okay, buddy. You're not marriage material.
Yeah, his like he does just like parlor tricks. Like he's one of the most powerful magicians, and he's over here like Hofstra, like growing a plant in the corner, just like, trying to get some V.
Yeah. Oh my god. Poor Beau.
Yeah, he lost this round. Okay.
Yeah, Castile's a fine wine. Oh yeah.
Yes.
I loved that. Oh, is it my turn? I would do the same. Okay. I think you choose. Three more people.
I'm gonna say the very obvious.
Add some girls in there too.
Yes. Okay, so let's do the couples actually. So which would you rather? Which couple would you kill?
Oh god.
Which couple would you like throuple? And which couple would you threesome?
Throuple threesome. I love that.
Yes.
Okay, so choose the three couples. And I will tell you.
Ooh, I was gonna do the main ones, but I think we can. Okay. So Castile and Poppy. Coco and Beau.
Mm-hmm.
And then Rhee and Alucard.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the first one? Castile and Poppy.
Castile and Poppy.
Fuck, marry, kill. Okay, so I would... Oh. That's a hard one.
I think I'm going to kill Coco and Beau.
Yeah. Poor Beau.
Yeah.
Just keeps getting...
You know what? No,
he just has to do the numbers and then die.
Yeah.
He just does the banking.
He does the banking, and then we kill him. He served his purpose.
So I know I want to fuck Rhee and Alucard, but do I want to marry them? I would, because that is that's like a whole thing over there. Like, I'm just kind of like, do I want to stick with that though? Like,
yeah.
So I think I would marry Castile Poppy. And like, what is it called? Castile would be the hinge.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I just pat Poppy on the head and
give her some like emotional support.
Yeah, like give her some water. Like
yeah. Nap time? It's nap time.
And then I would definitely want to get in with Rhee and Alucard. I mean, Kel can watch. But like I like gotta put Kel in there. I just love Kel.
Yeah.
Just love him.
I would probably switch. I would marry Rhee and Alucard. Because
really?
Yes, Alucard would be annoying on his own, but I think with Rhee, they kind of like
Rhee would be annoying. Oh my god, do you know the kind of whirlwind that ship's gonna be? Like But are you there? You're there like, for it?
Castile and Poppy, like they're so like the disgusting couple that is just like, I love you and I love your energy and everything you do is gorgeous. And I wouldn't be there for that.
Yeah, I could see that.
I would just be like, all right, I'm out. We're done here.
It's been fun.
Yep. Whereas like Rhea and Alucard have that fun banter with each other. I could do that for eternity.
Yeah. Eternity. Which is like we've just risen the stakes of like marriage.
Yep.
Okay, this is fun. I want to do another one.
Yes.
I like the throuple idea.
Okay.
Do you think we could do another one? Are there enough throuples out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Lou and Reed.
It can just even be like a pair. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a canonical couple.
Exactly. But Lou and Reed.
Mm-hmm.
Lou and Reed. Kel and Lila.
Okay.
And let's just keep Alucard and Rhea in the mix.
Okay.
Or I guess it doesn't have to be you choose the third one. Because we haven't done Lou and Reed, and we haven't done Kel and Lila. So you choose the third one, and they don't have to be like actual couples.
Okay.
I'll let you be creative there because I.
So then, Castile and Kieran. Yep.
I also just had a mouthful of wine, and I just like didn't want to spit it out. Well, I just answered, didn't I? So you do this one first.
Okay. I'll at least get us started. So who would I kill? Shit, what were the couples again?
Lou and Reed, Kel and Lila, and Castile and Kieran.
I would kill Kel and Lila.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. But then I would just fuck Reed and Lou.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you want to know why I'm going to marry Castile and Kieran? Because then it's just like I'm Poppy.
Yeah.
They're already
why not? Yeah. I agree with all of that because I thought, oh, maybe I'll marry Lou and Reed. And I'm like, no.
They got a lot of shit working through. Like,
yeah.
They don't know how to work through it with each other.
Yeah. And like, but then like Kieran and Castile is like such a good balance.
Yeah.
Because Castile's like what you need and Kieran's another thing that you need. Like, they're like so different and you like
it
kind of
both boxes.
Lots of boxes. Yeah.
Yes. Why have one man when you can have two that make one?
Yeah. that make the one.
Yep. One
man, two dicks.
Just like you don't put all your eggs in one basket, you put them in two.
Yep.
Yeah, I support that one. Okay, so I think that sums up our season. That sums up our.
I feel like that's fun. Good.
Yeah. And at the risk of breaking you in these last few minutes here.
Me?
Yeah. I feel like
Am I ready to split? I'm gonna break. So. Oh. Yeah, no, this has been super fun.
Yes.
And I think like we came into this just like, oh, we love to read and we want to share this and hear ourselves talk about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like we accomplished that. And like also more. I just feel like this has been really fun. Well, there's like a lot of exciting things, a lot of exciting ideas that we have that we want to do next season that is going to be a little bit different. We're going to try and branch out and do episodes that aren't just about one book. We're just going to talk about like bookish themes.
Yes.
Do like author episodes, writing episodes. We're going to do some episodes on classics. Really excited, but also Yeah, I didn't have anything else there.
That's fair.
I'm breaking.
Yes. Real quick. Let me look up the date for the website and then you can drop that too.
Yeah.
September 27th.
Okay. So at the moment, we're working on a website. We're going to have where everything comes into one place.
Yes.
We're going to have blogs and links to like the videos versions of our podcasts. We're going to have like resources, things like downloadable content where you can have your own like reading journal that we're going to like design and create for you. Things like just fun things. But anything else that will eventually like come into the ether with In Bed with Books is going to like show up on that website. So we're just excited to like finally become like big girls.
Yeah.
And like get a website and like actually like commit and like do this. Like, I mean, I feel like we're committed, but it's like this.
Yeah, we're happy to show you guys more than what we have been so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're definitely like a few things are going to be kind of changing as well in the next season. We're going to be doing more video stuff. I know we've been doing like video versions of the podcast. If you don't know, that is on YouTube, but we're going to continue to do that for every single episode, which is going to be a bit unedited. So you're just going to get the pee breaks and the cat bombs and like all of the things like, I need water. Bye. Like I have to go. And then we'll be back. Like just like the really awkward bloopers and stuff, all of the extra stuff that goes on in between the edits is going to be all in those videos, but also we want to kind of do some more fun things on YouTube. So just definitely doing more like video content, stuff like that. More things outside of specific YA books. We're going to like branch out into classics and other things and science fiction. So we're excited.
Show you guys like that side of us
a
little bit more.
Yeah. Like we kind of started this with like, we're recovering academics, you know, and I think now we only read YA.
Yeah. We've reached the point where we're ready to have that relationship with classics and literature again.
Exactly. Like we've had a pandemic to kind of think about it.
Yes.
And
to have our space.
To have some space. And then like now we're just kind of like, oh, you know what? I really want to read Frankenstein. I really want to read like Wuthering Heights and actually like talk about it with someone. Like not
I'm really like in we were talking about. Go ahead.
Not in like an academic, like a strictly academic sense.
Yeah.
It was really fun to talk with like you and Taylin about like darker shades and like London in 18th century and like that kind of element. And like the political aspect of that. And like that was like that I'm just really glad we did that series because that's kind of like more of like where I want to go. That's the
direction we want to take.
Yeah, is like to kind of get a little bit deeper, but you know, we're not, you know, doctors in
we're still going to talk about the sex.
Literature. Like we're still going to talk about the sex. We're still I think part of it is like we want to be accessible. We don't want to be stuffy academics who are just like like
we're like excited to marry the like sex talks with the like deep political talks.
Yeah.
In these episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So stay tuned for some of that.
Yes.
That's kind of where we're headed.
This is the last episode of the season.
Yeah.
So there is going to be a small hiatus from us. And then at the very beginning of November, we'll be back.
Yes. But meanwhile, we're going to be meeting every Friday.
Yes.
And sharing videos on Instagram and YouTube of just us shooting the shit, catching up. Maybe we'll talk about Lord of the Rings.
Maybe. Who's to say?
Yeah.
Who's to say? Maybe we'll talk about arcs that we've been given.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Something about Blue Shadows?
I believe so. Something about Blue Shadows.
Author.
Hold on a second.
Okay, I won't move. It's fine.
Yep.
We also don't have to say that.
I did not have that ready.
We can just say Blue Shadows. It's fine. It doesn't have to have it.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have not already subscribed to us on YouTube, we are In Bed with Books, and also on Instagram, we are at In Bed with Books Pod. That's where we live, guys. That's where we go. That's where we vomit. All of our content is on Instagram and YouTube. So check us out there. And I hope you guys still join us for season 2 because we're so excited. We're going to be starting with, should we give them a little sneak peek of like the first duology we're going to do? You know more about it than me, so I'll let you take over.
Okay. So the first books that we're going to be talking about is actually going to be Rule of Wolves and King of Scars, that duology. So the King of Scars duo. Where are we? Here we go. That is a branch off, for those who don't know. It's kind of a branch of the Grishaverse, when you got like Serpent and Dove. What is it called? Shadow and Bone. So many noun. Blood and ash.
Yeah.
Serpent and Dove. Yep. So it's part of the Shadow and Bone series. It's not the main one. We wanted to stay away from that a little bit just because the show is so fresh. We want to let people just experience the series on their own and the Netflix show and everything. But this one is about Prince become King Nikolai and his assistant Zoya, which I'm excited for.
And you told me, isn't it like a dude romance?
What's that?
I mean, like 2 guys.
No.
Oh, damn. I thought you said it was.
No.
Okay, never mind.
It's okay.
I thought it was going to be like a gay thing.
Oh, no. There are gay characters in the series, though.
Okay. Because you were saying something about you said it was like it represented, I don't know what you said.
Power dynamics.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I misread what you had said, which I thought maybe it was just going to be like a Rihanna a la carte situation.
No, I wish.
It's fine.
Not yet. We'll get that soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do Song of Achilles.
Oh, yeah.
I started reading that a while ago.
I read it when I was in London. I'd be down to talk about that one, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a good one. But yeah, so that's the duology that we're going to be starting with. You will be catching Frankenstein and Wuthering Heights next month or next season. Because they're Gothics and it's fall and we have to talk about Gothic books.
You don't even know. I'm so ready. I'm like listening to classical music.
Yep.
I'm like, where's my Shelley at?
Where's my Bronte at?
Where my Bronte at? Where my Ellis Bell? I love Wuthering Heights. It is the book I've read the most in my life out of leisure, not for class. Yeah. I have never read it for class, and I've read it 3 times. I love this book, and I'm excited to read it again. And Frankenstein, I've never read for class, but I read it once, actually, like 3 years ago, like pretty recently. Okay. It had But you have read Frankenstein in class, so that's exciting.
I've read it for class multiple times, yeah.
So that's exciting because then we can get an actual academic come perspective. Yeah, you probably still have like notes and ideas from that. So
yeah, I've got like the copies that I used in class, so they're still like annotated and everything.
Yes,
so it'll be exciting.
And then we are hoping and crossing our fingers that Taylin will be able to join us for the Frankenstein episode. Yes. She's very busy. She is working on her PhD. She's got a lot going on.
That definitely takes up a lot of her time. In case you're not familiar with like what a PhD does.
Yeah,
it's mostly just computer.
Yeah, so nowadays. She is actually like writing a paper and like teaching a class on it. So we're like, sweet, it would be really cool to have you on and like get her perspective on it. So maybe you'll see Taylin. But yeah, so that is next season, and this is the end of season 1. And we just want to tell everyone thank you so much.
Yeah.
For like giving us an opportunity to talk our fucking heads off about.
We joke about like we just wanted to hear ourselves talk, and we joke, but also it's true. Like I'm not. Yeah. I'm big enough to admit that I enjoy the sound of my own voice.
Yes, same.
Yeah, and this has exceeded my expectations in terms of like people responding and people liking our blathering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. Genuinely. It's like we can, like me and you can sit and talk about books, but it's like when you put it out into the world, something happens. Something happens to you, to us. And it's exciting. And it helps people grow, and it helps you realize that, oh, like we're not alone. Other people like the same shit as I. Other people like have the same ideas as me, or like appreciate my ideas. And so, like, however vain that might sound, it is like part of being human. And like, I think we all can like resonate with like realizing that this is the world that we live in. It is a very digital world. We are talking and recording it and listening to it. And it's exciting, like to like hear other people's ideas. And I'm rambling, but I just feel it's exciting to like be part of this.
Agreed.
Yeah. So
thank you for joining us for season 1.
Yes, thank you for joining us. And have a good, what would it be? September, October?
September and October. The rest of fully October.
Yeah. Have a good October. Happy reading.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. And we'll see you on Friday chats on Instagram. And we'll see you November. Until next time.
Yep.
Bye.
Happy reading.
Happy reading. Bye. Okay, that was a really awkward ending. I'm just going to say happy reading.
Happy reading.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, that gives you a few options because it was kind of rushed. Okay, cool. Woo! So we're so sentimental.
I know. Just 30 minutes added on of us being like, thank you guys
thank you so much.
I'd like to thank the Academy for this opportunity.
As I pour myself another glass of wine.